नमस्कार, अभिव्यक्ति की एक और कड़ी के साथ हाजिर हूं मैं प्रीति सिंह। पिछले एपिसोड में हमने दक्षिण भारत के शास्त्रीय नृत्य कुचिपुड़ी से संबंधित जानकारी दी थी। आज जानते हैं दक्षिण भारत के एक और शास्त्रीय नृत्य मोहिनी अट्टम के बारे में। मोहिनी अट्टम केरल की प्राचीन शास्त्रीय नृत्य शैलियों में से एक है। इसकी लंबी परंपरा रही है। एक लंबी यात्रा तय करके ये अपने वर्तमान स्वरूप में पहुंची है। मोहिनी अट्टम के बारे में जानकारी देने के लिए आज हमारे साथ हैं सुप्रसिद्ध नृत्यांगना जयप्रभा मेनन। जयप्रभा मेनन ने मोहिनी अट्टम को विश्व फलक पर एक नई पहचान दिलाई है। एक उत्कृष्ट नृत्यांगना होने के साथ ही वो न सिर्फ मोहिनी अट्टम सिखाती हैं, बल्कि कोरियोग्राफी में भी वो शानदार काम कर रही हैं।
नमस्कार, आई एम जयप्रभा मेनन, मोहिनीअट्टम प्रैक्टिशनर फ्रॉम न्यू दिल्ली। आज मैं आपको मोहिनीअट्टम केरल की शास्त्रीय नृत्य रूप के बारे में बताऊंगी। Mohiniyattam literally means the dance that enchants. The art form is a lasya form with graceful and gentle circular movements. ये केरल की शास्त्रीय नृत्य रूप है और ये कथकली, कुडियाट्टम वैसे अदर थियोरेटिकल मोर ड्रामेटिक आर्ट फॉर्म से एकदम डिफरेंट, ग्रेसफुल, जेंटल एंड एलिगेंट आर्ट फॉर्म है। इसकी सविशेषता ये है कि इनका मूवमेंट्स वृत्ताकृति में है। द सर्कुलर मूवमेंट्स और अदर कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स मूवमेंट्स आर द आंतोलिका मूवमेंट which is like a wave like movement and adipanka movement, swaying from side to side. These are the three characteristics movements of मोहिनीअट्टम। और मोहिनीअट्टम के बारे में मिथ ये है कि महाविष्णु जब मोहिनी का रूप धारण किया है तभी जो नृत्य किया है ये मोहिनीअट्टम है। एक्चुअली हमें पता नहीं है, ये मिथ है। एंड ये भी नहीं बता सकते कि मोहिनीअट्टम कब शुरू हुआ, कौन सी डेट पे, क्या कौन सी ईयर में शुरू हुआ, ये नहीं बता सकते। ये एक आर्ट फॉर्म है जो अपनी केरल के रीजन में थे। इट वॉज वेरी मच देयर इन द सॉइल ऑफ केरला। हम एक डिसएडवांटेज हमें ये है कि केरला आर्ट हिस्ट्री does not say about these art forms, and we don't have an art history in fact in Kerala. So we need to take references from ancient texts. प्राचीन टेक्स्टों से हम रेफरेंस लेके ये पता करते हैं कि ये आर्ट फॉर्म तभी भी एग्जिस्टेड था। उनकी व्यवहार माला वैसे कृतियों से पता चलता है कि एक मोहिनी ने एक नृत्य किया है और उनका वस्त्रधारण ऐसे था और वो सुंदर नृत्य थे और वृत्ताकृति में इसका मूवमेंट्स था और उसके हाथ में कुंभ भी था। और ऐसे हम एविडेंसेस और रेफरेंसेस लेके ये आर्ट फॉर्म को आगे ले जाते हैं। दैट इज़ द पास्ट ऑफ मोहिनीअट्टम। बट नाउ टुडे मोहिनीअट्टम इज़ अ वेरी मच इवॉल्व्ड आर्ट फॉर्म एट पार विद अदर आर्ट फॉर्म्स। हमारे देश की सप्त कलाओं में से एक है मोहिनीअट्टम। मोहिनीअट्टम की फर्स्ट फेज ऑफ रिवाइवल जो हम जानते हैं वो है महाराजा स्वाति तिरुनाल की पीरियड पे। महाराजा स्वाति तिरुनाल की लिटरेरी कंट्रीब्यूशन टू आर्ट फॉर्म इज ह्यूज। उन्होंने अनेक भाषाओं में लिखा है, अनेक कृतियाँ लिखा है, यानी पदम्स लिखा है, वर्णम लिखा है, भजन लिखा है, बहुत सारी कृतियाँ लिखा है जो आर्ट को कंट्रीब्यूट करके हम आज भी उनकी सेलिब्रेशन करते हैं, उनकी कृतियों का सेलिब्रेशन करते हैं. तो when Maharaja Swati Tirunal revived Mohiniyattam, it was by a Bharatanatyam dancer in his court. So hence, when the dancer performed, since she was a Bharatanatyam dancer, she had the elements of Bharatanatyam also. So Mohiniyattam had a strong influence of Bharatanatyam. But later, after Maharaja Swati Tirunal passed away, art form again went into a very bad phase. Later, it was Mahakavi Vallatol and Mugunda Raja, when they institutionalized Kalamandalam, they institutionalized Mohiniyattam also at Kerala Kalamandalam. That is the very important and second phase of revival of Mohiniyattam. And today, आज हम मोहिनीअट्टम के बारे में जानते हैं और हमारा एक ही लिंक जो कनेक्ट करता है प्रेजेंट और पास्ट की, वो थी महागुरु कलामंडलम कल्याणी कुट्टियम्मा. Kalyani Kuttiyamma teacher was the only link which we had from the past and the present of Mohiniyattam. उनकी कंट्रीब्यूशन भी बहुत महत्वपूर्ण है. लेकिन कलामंडलम कल्याणी कुट्टियम्मा टीचर के बाद मोहिनीअट्टम का आगे लेते हुए कलामंडलम सत्याम टीचर, कलामंडलम लीलाम टीचर, देवर कलामंडलम सरस्वती, अनेक कलामंडलम से बहुत सारी गुरुआन थी. But when looking at the global or worldwide appreciation of Mohiniyattam, तो वो हुआ है. Looking at the global or worldwide appreciation of Mohiniyattam, तो वो हुआ है 2-3 लोगों से. वनी गुरु कनकरेले जी, गुरु भारती शिवाजी, and why? Because of the contribution of Mahaguru Padma Bhushan Kavalam Narayana Panikkar. Kavalam Narayana Panikkar sir is a theatre personality and a highly scholarly person who, who contributed immensely to Mohiniyattam in the way that he regionalized Mohiniyattam. He brought in the regional flavor into the art form. Thus, the art form, whenever you perform, it has the regional flavor, and anybody, anywhere could relate it to the region, that is Kerala. Then how did Kavalam sir did that? Kavalam sir introduced the regional music, that is the Sopana Sangeetam, to Mohiniyattam. Sopana Sangeetam is the regional music of Kerala, which is sung in the temples of Kerala, and with the accompaniment of Edekya, that is the Kshetravadya or the temple instrument, which enhances the nuances and beauty of the art form. So Kavalam sir not only introduced the Sopana music, he also introduced Edekya to Mohiniyattam, and also came with all that the regional vaitaris or the bowls or the cholla of the various percussion instruments of Kerala. And we in Kerala have a very distinctive and unique percussion ensemble or a rhythmic pattern which is very different from other rhythmic cycles or the tala patterns of the Hindustani or the Carnatic styles. So those rhythmic patterns was introduced to Mohiniyattam through the Sopana Sangeetam style. That's the greatest contribution my guru and mentor Kavalam Narayana Panikkar sir has done. And this style is in parallel to the Kalamandalam style which is prevalent today. When we talk about a Mohiniyattam performance, Mohiniyattam, as I told you, is a dance that enchants. The beautiful circular movements, which is called the Churuppa, is the first, foremost and the basic movement of Mohiniyattam. Why Churuppa? These circular movements are inspired from the region itself, but temple architecture of the region is very circular. The script of Kerala or the Malayalam script is also circular, and when we sing the Sopana Sangeetam, the Vaimudi or the rendering style is also very rounded. So all this rounded structure of the region has also influenced the art form also. And from the region is the swaying of the palm leaves which sways from side to side. This is another inspiration to the movement which is called the Adipanka. And the Antolika movement are the wave-like movement. We have a lot of water bodies which reminds you of the Antolika movement. So these little things or the big things from the region has inspired the art form a day. And this is what relates the art form to and which helps others to recognize and relate to the region through your art form. So when we perform Mohiniyattam, we have the repertoire, Sopanam repertoire, which is very different from the other repertoires. We begin or commence the performance with the Ganesh Vantana, always seeking the blessings of Lord Ganesha. As I told you before, it was Kavalam Narayana Panikkar sir who introduced Sopana Sangeeta and has the parallel style to Kalamandalam, the Sopana Sangeetam style in Mohiniyattam. So this Ganesh Vantana was also introduced by Kavalam sir. Earlier, there was no Ganapati Stuti in Mohiniyattam. Every other style, the classical dance styles in Kerala, in India, भारत में सब पे गणेश वंदना पहला परफॉर्मेंस है, लेकिन मोहिनीअट्टम में चोलकट्टू था. But it was Kavalam sir who introduced Ganesh Vantana to Mohiniyattam. That itself was an innovation. But that innovation doesn't look like an innovation. Why? Because it just blends into the art form. It looks very much comfortable in the repertoire of Mohiniyattam. So innovations are those that blends with the art form and doesn't look like a foreign element in an art form. That is how we do the innovations. After Ganesh Vantana, we present Mukhachalam. Mukhachalam, as the name suggests, Mukha is the face and Chalam is Chalam. So this is the way, the whole repertoire actually of the Mohiniyattam is how you go to a temple for darshan. So as you enter the temple, first you seek the blessings of Lord Vigneshwara, the Ganesha, to remove all obstacles for our path to success. Then you go and do the Pradakshina. When you do the Pradakshina, you see the various structures of the temple. These are all moving structures. The Mukha Chalanam, the structures which move, and you come in, make the Pradakshina and come to the temple and then go inside. Then we have the Tattvam. Tattvam is a highly philosophical concept where you seek the blessings of the deity, and as you enter the temple, it's a highly philosophical item. And then you have the Niram. Niram means colors. The various colors, when you see the deity, all the various colors come into mind. All the colors, what does the colors mean? Colors mean the emotions, bhava, expressions, all the thoughts which comes into your mind. And that is the expression, your inner self, which expresses through to the Lord. And then there is the Padam, which is again the Abhinaya, whatever the predominant mood you are in, that is the Abhinaya. And then you have the Jiva. Jiva is the milan of the Jivatma to the Paramatma, where you go up to the step through the Sopana steps and then reach the deity and attain moksha. That is the Jivatma Paramatma Bandhan, that's the Jiva. So this is the structure of the repertoire of Mohiniyattam, and in these structures we use like I said, the Sopana Sangeetam with the Vaitaris interwoven. Like when you do a Ganesh Vantana, you say, you have the Shri Ganapati Tampurane Jnanida Ninpadam Kumbidunne, saying that I bow to the deity. Dittitte Dimritatte Dinkane Katandam Kirtagita Kadimite. So this Vaitari, this bowl is in talks about not only the syllables, but also it relates to the Ganesh also. It's a Dittitte Dimritatte, which doesn't have any meaning, but it's a Dinkane Katandam Kirtagita Kadimite. Din Ekatandam is Ganesha. Ekatanda Kirtagita Kadimite, finishing, concluding that Cholla. So that is how it gives the relation, connection, and meaningful connections. Not like the meaningless chollas, but it has a meaningful connections. But we use the meaningless chollas to bring in meanings into the performance.
फिलहाल कार्यक्रम में वक्त तो चला है एक ब्रेक का. ब्रेक के बाद जानेंगे वैश्विक स्तर पर मोहिनीअट्टम की उपस्थिति और इसे लेकर युवाओं के रुझान के बारे में. बने रहिए सनसेट टीवी के साथ.
Dime
ब्रेक के बाद आपका स्वागत है कार्यक्रम अभिव्यक्ति में। आज की इस कड़ी में मोहिनीअट्टम के बारे में बता रही हैं गुरु जयप्रभा मेनन।
Mohiniyattam, as you all know, it may not be very popular like other dance styles because it evolved a little late. But even though it has evolved a little late, it is gaining momentum very fast. Especially when you go to other countries, विदेशों में जब जाते हो उनको मोहिनीअट्टम बहुत पसंद आता है। उसमें 2-3 वजह ये है कि एक तो ये सर्कुलर मूवमेंट जो है वो बहुत ग्रेसफुल, बहुत सुंदर और वेरी मेडिटेटिव है। सो ये उनको बहुत पसंद आता है बिकॉज दैट इज़ इन टोटल कॉन्ट्रास्ट टू ऑल द what you say the fast movements that's happening, because it makes you calm inside also. So anybody who has learned Mohiniyattam is very, what do you say, not attracted obviously, yes, but they become addicted to Mohiniyattam in a way, because see, we are so used to this langar and the graceful movement and the choripur, because that brings in an inner joy which is very important. And another characteristic feature of Mohiniyattam is that it demands totally you. It is very demanding. It may not look very demanding, but it's a very demanding art form because it is very difficult to hold on to your core and start a movement. And when you move, you have to be totally there throughout. If you lose your concentration, you lose that grace, you lose that easiness, you lose that softness, and your pattern is totally disturbed. So that means that it helps in deep concentration, and it helps you to hold on to your core. And when you do a hasta abhinaya in Mohiniyattam, I always feel that it is the extension of your mind. It is not just what is the difference in other art forms? Many of the art forms, there are lots of limb movements. They say it in Bharatanatyam or Kathak. But in Mohiniyattam, when you use a limb, it is your body also going with the limb. It is not just a limb movement. I think there is no other art form where every footwork is enhanced with the body movement. So these are the special characteristic features which attracts people from other styles also to Mohiniyattam, and though everybody finds it very distinct and unique. So विदेशों में जब जाते हो उनको बहुत पसंद आता है। एक तो इनका पेस, स्लो पेस, वो meditative quality and the graceful movements, and especially of course the attire of Mohiniyattam is very different and unique. It's very elegant with off-white sari with golden border, and you have the hairdo on the left with the graceful centered jasmine flower, and all golden. It is because of the total contrast with the lush green Kerala background, and in total contrast with the exaggerated and the more theatrical dramatic art forms like Kathakali and Kodiyattam. So Mohiniyattam comes as a very simple, elegant, graceful art forms amidst the extravagances. So then in Mohiniyattam we use the mudras from the Hasta Lakshana Deepika, author of which is very unknown. So this Hasta Lakshana Deepika is, in most of the Kerala art forms, use the same text called the Hasta Lakshana Deepika for the mudras. And we also, for me, I have tried to enhance the repertoire of Mohiniyattam. When I talked about the repertoire, Ganesh Pantana, Tattvam, Mukhachalam, etc., the repertoire remains the same. But I've tried to innovate and experiment through the idiom of Mohiniyattam to reach out to the public, to every aspect of the society, to reach out to the every age of the people, to reach out to the every language spoken people. So why is this important? This is very important for the propagation and popularization of art form, the people who make them understand. Because when you talk about a classical style, the younger generation, especially the very younger generation, they have a disconnect. Oh, classical style, that's not for us. I cannot understand. Because of the stylized mudras you have, the stylized movements you do. So they think that they cannot understand this vocabulary. They cannot understand these hand movements. So what I have done through Mohiniyattam is that I've innovated I've taken themes like climate change, seasons, ritus, various ritus. Then I've done Bhajagovindam. Bhajagovindam is a text which relates to everybody in the whole universe anywhere. And then the seasons, of course, everybody relates to season. One monsoon season when the rain comes. But see, even if you don't know the mudras, you can see the body language and the expression and then communicate also. So I would like to say here a few things. In Natya Shastra we have the shloka Yado hasta tado drishti, yado drishti tado mana. Although it is in Natya Shastra, it doesn't just confine it as to the dance forms or theatres or anything. It is for each one of us. Yado hasta tado drishti. Wherever your hand goes, your eyes follow. Wherever your eyes go, your mind is there. So isn't it relevant to everybody, even for a small child writing on his notebook? If wherever the hand goes, his eyes has to be there. And if the mind is not there, he will not be able to write it properly. So it is a unison of the hand, mind and body and the soul, everything together, well balanced and well focused. So it is relevant to everything we do. And Ankikam Bhuvanam Yasya Vachikam Sarva Vakmayam Aharyam Chandra Taradi Tam Namami Satvikam Shiva. This is a shloka on Lord Nataraja. So Ankikam Bhuvanam, whose body is the whole universe. Each sound is the sound of the universe. The Aharya, the attire, is the sun and the moon, and Tam, who is the abode of all rasas. But when we take it, when we take it to ourselves, Ankikam Bhuvan, our body is our universe. Each shabd, vakya, whatever we speaks about ourselves, our personality. And whatever we wear, it doesn't matter, it is not the brand you use or anything, it is how you carry yourself that matters. And that we are ourselves the abode of all rasas and bhavas. So I think these slokas are not confined to any art or anything only, it is for everybody, every person, day to day, each one of us. I believe in that. मोहिनीअट्टम के बारे में बात करें, हमारी संस्कृति के बारे में बात करें, तो हमारी संस्कृति हम है, हमारे देश है, हमारी संस्कृति है. हमें ये सोचना चाहिए कि हमारे सब दुनिया भर के लोग भारत में आना क्यों चाह रहे हैं. वो खासियत क्या है हमारे देश में. हमारे देश में ये विविध संस्कृतियाँ हैं. एक हर छोटे शहर में उनकी अपनी एक सोच है, अपनी एक कल्चर है, अपनी एक ट्रेडिशन है, अपनी एक परंपरा चल रहा है. ये इतना विविधता में हमारे में एक एकता भी है. और डिफरेंट लैंग्वेजेस बोला पूरी दुनिया में, पूरी राष्ट्र में, पूरी हमारे एक साड़ी पहनने का अलग अलग तरीके हैं. एक सिंपल हम चावल बना दें, वो अलग अलग तरीके से बनाता है. भाषा हिंदी है, हिंदी में विविधता भी बहुत सारे हैं. डिफरेंट, इवन मलयालम, केरला जाते हैं हम मलयालम बोलते हैं, लेकिन कोच्चि टू कैलिकट और ट्रिवेंड्रम, वो भाषा की अलग अलग डायलेक्ट्स है बोलने की. और उधर भी हमारे केरला में भी कितनी विविध की टाइप की ड्रेसिंग है और पखावन है. सो इतनी वैरायटी हमें आपको कहाँ मिलेगा. सिर्फ भारत में ही इतनी कलर्स ऑफ एवरीथिंग एंड सेलिब्रेशंस ऑफ एवरीथिंग. दिस कलर्स आर द सेलिब्रेशंस. एंड ये हमारी संस्कृति है. ये हमारी संस्कृति में क्यों इतना खासियत क्या है? बिकॉज हमारी संस्कृति में स्पिरिचुअलिटी है, दैविकता है, वो किसी एक में कहीं भी नहीं है. ये दैविकता, ये स्पिरिचुअलिटी इज़ द एसेंस ऑफ आवर कल्चर एंड ट्रेडिशन. सो मैं ये बोलना चाहूँगी मेरी यंग जनरेशन को, हमारी संस्कृति है, हम सब कुछ है, और आप संस्कृति को, हमारी ट्रेडिशन को, हमारी परंपराओं को अपनाओ, एंड उसी से ही आप सक्सेस पाना आपको बहुत ईजी और राइचियसली होगा, आपको कुछ और अपनाने की जरूरत नहीं है, बिकॉज दैट ब्रिंग्स इन डिसिप्लिन इन योर सेल्फ, mind body discipline in yourself, your concentration, your focus, everything will happen naturally to you. So you will not have to overdo anything. Everything will come, success or benefit or anything, everything will come naturally to you when you are in the right path, because God is always there to guide you.
आज की इस कड़ी में हमने जाना मोहिनी अट्टम के बारे में। इस कार्यक्रम के जरिए हम आपको लगातार शास्त्रीय गायन, नृत्य, संगीत की विभिन्न शैलियों के बारे में जानकारी देते रहते हैं। अभिव्यक्ति की अगली कड़ी में हम आपसे मिलवाएंगे कथक की प्रतिष्ठित नृत्यांगना पद्म भूषण डॉक्टर उमा शर्मा से। बने रहिए सनसेट टीवी के साथ। नमस्कार।